Good morning and welcome back to this coverage of the Pacific Southwest Regional Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament. And it has certainly been fun to watch these 13-year-olds and these teams battle it out. We've got Hayden Christiansen back with us today. I'm Dylan Smith. And we're excited for this is our first rematch of the tournament.
Yeah, well, last game was a close one, low scoring, but it was certainly a battle, and then these teams went back and forth.
Yeah, let's take a look at the tournament tree. You can see way back on Tuesday, Torrance defeated Bel-Mateo 2-1 in a close one. And fast forward a few days, and they're going to face off now in an elimination game. We had a lot of action yesterday. Cotto and Westchester went back and forth, and Westchester able to knock off the team from Hawaii ultimately. So that's who awaits the winner of this one. But definitely an exciting matchup. When you look at that first matchup, it really came down to pitching, which you would suspect in a 2-1 game. But you've got Sam Cruz for Torrance that went 7 innings, only gave up the 1 run and 4 hits, and he was just excellent on the mound for Torrance. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem and be right back.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care? Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Welcome back to the Spectrum Paint pregame show. As we were saying before, Sam Cruz went 7 innings, gave up just 1 run and 4 hits against this same Bel-Mateo team. Now, he's not starting on the mound for Torrance, but he is available to come in and pitch if they want to go that way. Obviously, the winner of this game is hoping to move on and win another game later tonight. So both these teams have to be a little cautious with how they use their pitchers today, trying to play 2 games back-to-back. But what advantage does that give Torrance knowing that they have somebody that they can come in and most likely shut down this Bel-Mateo team?
It's a big help because you can toss anyone on the mound you want and see how they do. And if this Bel-Mateo starts figuring them out and starts hitting them real well, then you got someone that can just hop in and can shut this team down. And so it's kind of just an insurance, a safety. Gives you that feeling of safety, and you have that guy just ready to help you.
Yeah, then on the other side of the diamond for Bel-Mateo, they're going to go with Riley Jackson, who also pitched in that previous game. He went 2 1/3, didn't give up a run. And so he also had a good showing against Torrance in limited action. So do you think the more you see a pitcher, as far as just a matchup purposes, the more you face off against a certain guy, do you think the advantage starts to swing one way or the other?
Yeah, as you face one guy, you definitely figure him out, and you can definitely get an advantage. And that matchup is a big deal, and it's all about momentum.
So you would say it leans towards the batter. The more you see a guy, the more you recognize his delivery.
You bet.
Right. Well, Bel-Mateo will be the home team in this one, and they have taken the field and are ready to get it started. Let's move out of the Spectrum Paint pregame show and get set for this game. So Torrance is going to lead things off with Von Reinert, and he'll be followed by Hector Chavez and Andrew Naruki. So that'll be due up 1, 2, 3 here in the first.
Leading off for Torrance, number 22, Vaughn Reinert.
And again, pitching on the mound is Riley Jackson. He only allowed 2 hits in those 2 and a third innings, so really did a credible job against this Torrance team. Defensively for Bel-Mateo, you'll have Parker Jessup behind the plate, Jesse Martinez at first, Cubby Gementera at second, Curtis Lee at short, Brody Finale at third, and then from left to right field, you've got Tino Janke, Nick Lafon, and Nathan Fahey. So that's how they'll stack up to start things off here. And Hayden, this is, in general with any sport, tournaments are so fun. You start, in our case, 10 teams, and now we're down to Friday, and we're only have 4 left, and after today, there'll just be 2 remaining. And then we'll crown a champion tomorrow. So it's just really fun to watch these teams battle it out and see who can survive and advance.
Definitely, we'll definitely see some battles because we kind of whittled out the week and seen that we've gotten to the best teams, and we'll be able to see some battles.
So we are ready to go. Jackson set to deliver the first pitch, and it's outside, ball 1. That's in there for a called strike. Reinhardt has had an excellent tournament in the leadoff position for Torrance, especially last night. He does his job, gets on base, and then comes around to score. That one's going to miss as well. 2 balls and a strike.
Seems as number 10 is taking notice to the umps consistently calling that outside pitch, and so far he's been attacking that. It hasn't always worked out, but so far he's attacked that outside, and it seems like he just understands and he's been paying attention.
It just hasn't got the call today. So Jackson's behind here, 3-1. And he'll get a swing strike. So we'll fill up the count here in the first with the opening batter. And this one will be hit on the ground to Finale. And the play will be made in time.
Finale did a good job of reading that hop and making sure where he had the best opportunity to get the ball and being able to get it right where he was in a good position to throw it and set his feet, and made a good strong throw to first to get the out.
So now Torrance will send up number 15, the starting shortstop, Hector Chavez. He pitched on the mound yesterday and did a credible job in their win over Orcutt. And that'll be a called strike. Always thought as a pitcher, if you can go in and get the first guy out, it really settles you down and gets you into the groove of things early in the game.
It just calms your nerves, and once you get that feeling for it and get comfortable on that mound.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and it is swung on and missed. So Jackson will sit the first 2 down, and a good start for him on this Friday.
As we've seen earlier, Jackson's been really pounding the zone and making Torrance swing the bat, and so far they've been pretty aggressive. Hasn't worked out for them quite yet, but we've seen them swing the bat and try to get a hit here instead of watching a lot of balls.
The batter now, number 35, Andrew Naruki. He'll come up with nobody on and 2 down in the first, and lift one in the air into shallow center, and it'll be the second baseman, Cubby, that'll range over to make the catch. So 1-2-3 inning for Bel-Mateo to start off this one. We're just getting started to go. Don't go anywhere.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
Curtis Lee, Riley Jackson, and Nick LaFawn do up 1-2-3 for Bel-Mateo. And on the mound for Torrance is Brendan Gerard. So Southpaw gets ready, and he's trying to follow Jackson's blueprint and get through a 1-2-3 inning.
It's a nice curveball there.
And first hit for Bel-Mateo will go to short. That's a strong throw by Hector Chavez.
He did a good job of getting rid of that quick. It's kind of a slow roller and knew he had to hustle and had the crow hop and the strong throw.
Defensively for Torrance, you've got Gerard on the mound. Vaughn Reinhardt is behind the plate. Derek Errold at first, Gibson Turner at second, Hector Chavez, who just made that play, at short, and Aiden Anaya at third. First pitch in there to Jackson for a strike.
The batter, number 10.
Skylar Vinson's in left field, Noah Hernandez is in center, and Andrew Naruki is in right. And that's going to be hit foul. Strike two. The fun thing about getting this far in the tournament is you don't accidentally find yourself here on Friday. You've earned your spot here. You've won several games, as Jackson will be hit with a pitch.
We've seen all these teams in battles and really have to work to get here and prove themselves that they are a good team and know how to play some baseball while proving themselves and done a good job.
Yeah, they can. All the remaining four teams can all swing the bat. They can play excellent defense. So it really is going to come down to which team can limit mistakes and take advantage of the other team's mistakes when they crop up.
Just do the best of the little things, the fundamentals.
That's right. First pitch to LaFawn in there for a strike. On the ground to second. Turner charging. He'll go to second for one. And Chavez will wisely hold it.
It's a good try. It was the right move to get the lead runner because he had time. just ball wasn't hit hard enough and didn't have quite enough time to get the double play.
So there will be 2 down for 18 Brody finale. Lefty on lefty matchup. Throw goes to first instead. LaFawn's back in time.
Batting is the third baseman, Finale.
This is in the air and it's playable for Aiden. He nearly stumbles, but regains his step and makes the catch.
Good job of almost tripping, but being able to concentrate on that baseball and not losing it and getting that last and final out.
So quiet first for both teams. We might have another pitching duel on our hands, Hayden.
We're gonna really see, hoping to see some bats on the ball and some runs scored, but a pitching duel will be just as good.
So 0-0 remains the score as we head to the second inning.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
Sam Cruz will lead things off for Torrance in the second. And Cruz has had a really nice tournament. He started, not that this matters or means much, but he started towards the bottom of the order, and he's been putting the bat on the ball and has worked his way to the top. He also had that complete game win against Bel-Mateo back on Tuesday on the mound.
Really shown that he's a ball player and proven himself to be here. Done a real good job.
So here he is sitting in the cleanup spot. I think that's part of what makes these tournaments so fun is you get to sit and watch a 13U team and just watch these kids show their abilities and show their growth. This one's going to be into left field for a base knock. Nice attempt by Finale, but couldn't get it in time.
You can definitely see these players adjust and grow and get better as we go on and have good games and have tough times. It's just a roller coaster and it's fun to watch.
So Cruz continues his solid tournament with a single to lead off the second. And now the batter will be number 19, Gibson Turner.
Gibson Turner, number 19.
Maybe see Bel-Mateo going outside there again.
Riley Jackson, he just looks really comfortable on the mound.
So he's done a good job preparing himself physically and mentally for this and being ready to go. That could be a big thing for a pitcher.
Pitch was hit right to Nick LaFawn in center.
Derek Errol, the first baseman.
And now it'll be number 9, Derek Errold. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. And it's now ball 2. So Errol ahead 3-0. How aggressive do you want to be here? Obviously, we're early in the game. No one scored. There is one out, but they're with a runner on.
So a good strategy is kind of take pitches a little more early. I mean, sometimes you got to be a little aggressive and just try to early on get ahead and do some damage. But right here in this kind of situation, I'd probably be a little more patient and watch a little more pitches and maybe try to rack the pitcher to count up and maybe make him work a little more and just give my team time to see the pitcher stuff and learn him and figure him out throughout the game.
So that strategy worked for Errol as he's walked. And now it'll bring up the big 99, Aiden the Annihilator. Glad to see him back in the lineup. He started last night's game, and I don't know if he hurt something or what exactly went on, but he was pulled a few innings into it. So it's good to see him back on the field today. He'll swing and hit that pitch foul.
Aiden's favorite actor, Ice Cube.
We did I did a 14U tournament, the same tournament last year, but it was the 14-year-olds. And we had one kid hit a home run on the last day. And these 13-year-olds, there's been a few of them that have one hop the wall, and Aiden's been one of those kids that can really turn on the ball. This is a big field.
Yeah.
Now this is the high school team, local high school team plays here. You're at 380 deadaway center and 320 in the corners.
So yeah, you really have to get a hold of the ball and drive it well if you want to get a deep hit.
And a misplay at third by Brody Finale. That'll be an E5 and load the bases.
Tough break for Bel-Mateo.
Yeah, it's a completely different inning. Might have had a chance at a double play, but for sure would have been one out.
With one out, Torrance really has an opportunity here to do some damage and jump on Bel-Mateo and really kind of get the momentum for the game and kind of grip it.
Outside, and this is what we talked about. You want to limit your mistakes, and when the other team makes a mistake, you want to capitalize. So we'll see if Torrance can do that here. Skylar Vinson in the batter's box rather, and he's ahead 2-0.
Skylar seems very comfortable, like he's waiting for a good pitch because he knows with bases loaded, he's really got to get a good rip, and even a walk here could be big.
I think sometimes as a batter you come into this situation, you put a lot of pressure on yourself because you're like, oh, the bases are loaded. This is, you know, every little kid's dream. But really all the pressure's on the pitcher to deliver strikes.
And you see, he's in a really good spot right here because he's up 3-1 and it's a good opportunity for a walk, and just been really patient and done a real good job.
So be on the ground to second. Cubby's got it. He'll go to second for one, and the throw not in time. It gets under the glove of Martinez. Another run will come home to score. So Bel-Mateo risked trying to turn the double play to save the run and ended up giving up another.
Bel-Mateo's struggling early on with doing the little things and keeping it clean, and they've already Torrance has been able to capitalize on it and get some runs on and put the pressure on early.
So that error does come back to bite Bel-Mateo. Torrance takes a 2-run lead and still has a runner in scoring position with 2 down. The batter now, Noah Hernandez.
See, the patient approach that I was talking about earlier, we've seen, it's kind of like that's what the approach Torrance is taking right now, and it's making really pitch to him and making him work, and it's paid off so far.
Jackson having a hard time getting out of this inning. And it's really no fault of his own. He did have the 1 walk and gave up a hit, but his defense hasn't bailed him out.
And just struggle with the little things, doing the fundamentals and getting them done clean.
So if I were the manager here, that's what I would tell him. Hey, you've been getting ground outs. Your team's going to pick you up. I know they hit it, but give them another chance. Throw the pitches.
It's not your fault right now. And just keep doing what you're doing. Doing a good job. Eventually your team will be there. Because the visit works and gets a strike early right now, right after.
2 balls, 1 strike to Hernandez. And that is hit on a line, but just foul.
Ball's ripped.
And nearly the 3rd run of the game.
He got a good barrel on it. It was just a little early.
Here's another chance. And it's going to be Curtis Lee. Wow.
Oh.
That was Derek Jeter-esque.
That was close. Just a little bit harder and he would have had him. It was amazing.
Did he call him safe?
Yeah. It looked like he was about to go out and then instantly went safe.
Okay. It was close. It was bang bang. And nearly a Derek Jeter play by Curtis Lee.
Curtis did a good job of getting there and getting there accurately, but the problem with his throw is it was just in the air and a little too high, and when you got to hustle, you try to get it on a line and get it there as fast as possible, and that rainbow isn't always the fastest, but he did a good job of getting it there and doing it how he knows.
When it came off the bat, I thought the only person that would have a play on the ball was Finale, because it was just Lee was running to his right away from the bag, and he put it a lot closer than I thought it would be.
It's kind of magic it almost went through.
All right, Lee with another chance. He'll make the play this time. So Torrance grabs 3 runs, aided by the air. And that sends us to the bottom of the 2nd here on ETV.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop & Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
we are ready to start the second inning, and so is Martinez, who will lift one out into left for the out.
So we got, each team has a different approach here. We've seen Torrance with the patience approach, and Bel-Mateo's been really aggressive swinging the bat and just trying to get hits. And so far the patience approach has really paid off. But there's still a lot of ball game left for Bel-Mateo to come back and do some damage.
You love nothing more as a pitcher to throw one and get an out immediately. It's been an efficient day thus far for Gerard. He's sitting at just 12 pitches right now. That one's going to get out of play. Looping curveball misses its spot. It's now 2-1.
Yeah, that aggressive approach is really a high risk, high reward kind of a approach, because if it pays off, it does really good and you score a lot of runs. But if it's not working out for you, then it can really come back to bite you, because it keeps the pitcher's pitch count down. Because we see right now Torrance has like half the amount of pitches that Bel-Mateo has, and they're leading the game.
Yeah, good point. So Clark flies out to center. It's now Cubby Gementera. That's a strike. That was a good looking curveball. The velo difference of the fastball and the curveball for these kids can be pretty drastic. So it can really mess with their timing.
That's crazy. And if you, as a good hitter, if you can recognize that and watch the release point, they hang it a lot of the time. So if you time it up good and know how to hit curveballs well, you can really crush them.
Cubby comes through with a 2-out single. And now number 16, Tino Janke, will come up to the plate.
His favorite food is corn dogs. Good choice.
Oh, if the throw was there. Oh, they called a balk. I was like, he faked him out. Good. And that's why.
Best way to fake out a runner is to do a balk.
Yeah. Exactly.
Still almost bit him in the butt too, because he almost threw it out of the way.
I appreciate the umpires going over and having a conversation with these kids. And you saw it a little bit there, but especially these pitchers, they've helped them understand what a balk is, what they can and can't do. And you know, at the end of the day, they're just 13-year-olds. They're still learning the basic fundamentals and the game.
Yeah, I agree. One of the most frustrating things as a pitcher is getting a balk call and not knowing what you did, and so it's a big help when you have the umpire come in and explain, so you can learn from it and not do it again.
Janke swings through the 3-0 pitch, so no red light for him. I think that just illustrates the aggressive nature that Bel-Mateo's showed.
So they're trying to jump on them and just get good hits and get runs early.
Chavez there to make the catch. So nothing doing for Bel-Mateo in the bottom of the second. To the top of the third we go here on ETV.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides oversized load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
Pain doesn't have to slow you down. Ditch the drugs and nasty side effects that go with them. There's a fast, safe, and proven effective non-drug option for pain relief.
Alphasim's a handheld medical device that's FDA cleared that allows us to treat your pain, but it also allows us to treat your brain for anxiety, insomnia, and depression. It's easy to use at home and works immediately. There's no lasting side effects and no risk of addiction.
Digital cable is a classic. But if you're not enjoying more streaming video services, you're missing out. Emery Telcom has the eFiber internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi you need for flawless video streaming from all the latest services on all your devices. Whether you want to enhance your streaming options or connect with maximum bandwidth, Emery Telcom's got a sweet plan to make everyone happy. Call or visit emerytelcom.com now to upgrade for just $10 more per month.
To the top of the third we go. And we're back at the top of the order for Torrance. And I think did you see him pull back here? Reiner went to bunt and to me, he offered out of that.
Yeah, I'd call him on that.
I almost think Jessup should point down to the first base umpire. Won't matter as this bunt goes fair, and a nice play by Martinez.
Yeah, I'd call it a strike just because he didn't pull back if the ball's behind him, so I assume. He waited that long.
Right. So bunt attempt doesn't go quite to plan for Reiner. Now Hector Chavez will come up.
Hector Chavez, the short fielder.
Short fielder.
It's been a long week for all of us that have been here the whole time. The short fielder, we like that. Shortstop.
Shortstop, short fielder, same thing.
Oh man, our PA announcers have been awesome.
Made it a good time.
I'm still giving the one a hard time for mixing up Ichiro's name with Churro.
Churro, who plays short fielder.
Short fielder. Oh, that's awesome. So 3 balls and a strike as we regroup here.
Torrance has really had good plate discipline and not giving Jackson any free ones and done a good job. And then when it's in the zone, they'll swing it back.
Oh no, this is trouble. Janke slipped in the grass and Chavez on his way to second. You hate that because it just looked like his cleat gave out.
Yeah, how does that happen? The cleats. It's a real tough break for Bel-Mateo. Especially Janke.
Yeah, he was there. He looked like he was tracking it well and went to make a cut to his right and just his feet came out from under him.
I'm sure he's pretty angry right now.
Oh yeah. So we'll see what Torrance does here. Andrew Naruki, the batter. And he'll swing and miss. You know, the last time Torrance caught a break, they ended up putting up 3 runs on the board. We'll see if there's a similar response.
They do a really good job of capitalizing on errors and being able to understand that they got an extra life and they're going to take advantage of it.
On the ground to second, Cubby will make the play. And there's now 2 down.
So that was a big out. Jackson now has a good chance of getting out of this inning without any further damage done. All he needs is a ground ball or a fly out or a strikeout, and just needs to have good ball play, just be able to play good and have his defense back him up.
Tell you, no one would be happier than Tino out in left field if Bel-Mateo is able to get out of this one. And it's going to go into left center. On his horse is LaFawn, and he'll make the catch.
Ball just hung too much. It was a good rip, just a little too much hang.
So Sam Cruz flies out to center, and that will end the inning for Torrance. Bel-Mateo will take its next cuts in just a moment.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care? Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody at Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Parker Jessup will be the leadoff hitter for Bel-Mateo. It'll be Jessup, Fahey, and then back to the top of the order with Curtis Lee.
I'm wondering why Torrance pulled their pitcher.
We do have a new pitcher. It's going to be Grant Hayes.
It's interesting.
I think there really is a big strategic approach to this game, because for either of these teams, you're trying to win 2 straight. So you have to win this one and then move on and win tonight to play tomorrow.
Or if they just recognized that Brennan was doing good and maybe try to take it into the next game, because we've seen Hawaii's a good team and they really know how to put the bat on the ball. So any team next game is really going to have to put together the best game and have all the stars aligned.
Well, and the other thing is obviously the ultimate goal is to win this tournament. So for Torrance or Bel-Mateo, if they're to do that, you're going to have to win 4 games in 2 days. That's in their called strike 3.
It's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. So you're talking about winning today, winning tonight. Then you have to go into the championship game and knock down Westchester, and then turn around and play them immediately again.
And beat him again.
And beat him again. So, I mean, crazier things have happened. Obviously, you have to play the game, and the teams are going to have to prove it. But you might be saving guys for tomorrow, too, which it's hard to say saving. You won't say saving in quotations because you have to win today to get to tomorrow.
But it's just, it is real tough because Westchester's sitting in a really good position right now because it's really hard to beat a good team 2 times in a row. It's sitting chill and they have days of rest, and so it's big for their pitchers. They don't have to waste pitches, and Westchester's just sitting in a really good spot right now, and it's going to be tough to come back and beat them.
Yep. Naruki there to make the catch. I've been really impressed with him out in right field throughout the tournament. And there's now quickly 2 down for Curtis Lee. Yeah, what was Gerard's pitch count had to be under 20.
Yeah, it was like 15.
Yeah, it was really low, so I'm kind of surprised they pulled him too.
We can go back. They got the Sam Cruz as an insurance pitcher, and they know Sam can shut Bel-Mateo down.
So really fast 1-2-3 inning as Turner throws out Lee. So that's it for the 3rd. To the 4th we go. Torrance on top, 3-0.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
So it'll be Turner, Arold, and Anaya up for Torrance here.
As we've seen all game, Torrance and Bel-Mateo really had totally different approaches, offensively and defensively. Torrance has been really patient on offensive side, and they've kept their pitch count down a lot, and they've already done some pitching changes, even though they've barely thrown any pitches. And Bel-Mateo on the other side are being really aggressive and just playing right into Torrance's hand and hitting it right into him and just giving them free ones, and that's why Torrance can keep their pitch count so low. And Bel-Mateo is just putting Jackson on the mound and trusting that he'll keep it going and get the job done. But I really think Bel-Mateo needs to shift their approach a little bit and
make Torrance work on the mound rather than just go up there swinging at the first pitch they see.
And they're they're helping them right now.
This one's going to get hit into the air where LaFawn will race it down. He was nearly in the infield when he made that catch.
He really had to run.
It's like, all right, Cubby, I'll get this one for you. Now, a lot of times it's easier for the fielder to come in than for the infielder to drift back.
It's because you got your momentum going that way, and it's easier to see it because the ball's coming towards you, and you have to turn around and watch it.
Harold walked last inning. Actually, that was back in the second. This game's going by way fast.
To the 1 inning, there hasn't been a whole lot of base runners either.
No, there really hasn't. And outside of the second where Torrance scored 3 runs, it's been pretty clean.
There hasn't been a lot of errors, and both teams have cleaned up their act, like you said.
See, Jackson's sitting at 58 pitches. And Torrance, with their combined pitchers, is sitting under 30.
So you can see the damage that the 2 different approaches are doing. Totally working out for the patient. It's like the tortoise and the hare motto. Sometimes patient or slow and steady wins the race.
Right, yep. I mean, even here, Harold works a 3-2 count. Even if he gets out, he still made Jackson work on the mound. That one's fouled off, so he's now at pitch 7. Or that was 6. This will be 7th of the at-bat.
Yeah, they're really digging into Jackson's pitch count, and I don't know how much longer he can go in the game.
Well, he's already passed the limit where he won't be available tomorrow if Bel-Mateo is able to win the next couple games. So he's basically got 95 pitches today.
So at that point, I say you just let him go.
Yeah,
like
just ride him, yep.
Because he's not doing too bad.
No, he's not.
He just had that 1 inning where they had a few errors, and
that's only his 2nd walk of the game. And if you take out that error, probably don't give up any runs, and then we're talking about a 0-0 game.
So his ERA is probably pretty low.
This is Aiden, the Annihilator. That's just such a cool nickname. It's like hard not to say it every time it comes up.
They must have heard you.
Yeah. Ooh, that looked like a cookie. I thought he was going to turn on that one.
That was his pitch, man.
But that kind of plays into the approach you've been talking about. Is Torrance has been really patient, so you might let a really good pitch go by every once in a while.
But it's been working out for them. They got a lot of really getting deep into counts. They're not afraid to get down there, and it's kind of paid off.
Yeah, it's almost as if they wait to get ahead in the count before they're willing to swing.
And if they can keep digging in his pitch count and end up having to throw, and making Bel-Mateo have to throw another pitcher on the mound there, and with a 3-0 down 3-0, that can really put pressure on the pitcher and really make him struggle and fold. So Torrance is playing nicely, and their approach is working out really well.
And now Aiden's worked his way into a 3-1 count. Time was called.
She's a player. You're constantly told to slow the game down and keep it slow and simple, and Torrance has done a really good job of that. We've seen him call time a lot, and they've done a really good job of keeping control and not letting Bel-Mateo have anything.
So Aiden works his way for a walk. And now the batter will be number 33, Skylar Vinson.
Vinson, the left fielder.
So 66 will come in to pinch run for Aiden. That's Xavier Navarro.
Is Navarro not playing?
No, he's not in the starting lineup. He's been in the lineup for the majority of the games.
Wasn't he one of the player of the games? Hasn't he been one in the tournament?
I don't know. I've done so many games, it's hard for me to remember.
I know last time I saw Navarro play, he played well.
He's a solid fielder for him. That gets past Jessup. Both runners will advance. And it's now 1-2.
So if Torrance is able to pat on another run, Bel-Mateo's really, your coach is really got to start thinking about putting someone on the mound who may not have the fastest pitch or the best pitches, but someone who will really get the ball in the zone and make Torrance change their approach, because right now they are just really doing it well and executing.
In foul territory and landing safely. It's just out of the reach of Jesse Martinez. That's kind of what we talked about. I mean, here you have a situation where Vincent was behind 0-2, and then he starts swinging the bat, takes a pitch high, and he's able to foul a pitch off.
You just recognize he's got to be a little more aggressive and protect the plate.
He's just putting together a really good at-bat. Do you remember what the qualifications are for a quality at-bat?
I don't.
I feel like it's like 6 pitches or you get on base.
Man, Torrance is doing a really good job. They're digging deep into Jackson's pitch count. 73 after 4 is tough. There's a pitcher I'd always try to shoot for like 10 pitches an inning. Right now Jackson's almost at 20, and it's not because he's pitching bad, it's just because Torrance is doing a really good job with their plate discipline and battling when they need to.
And the play will be made at second. Nice job by Covey to stick with it. That's the second out of the inning, but another run comes home to score for Torrance. It's now 4-0. So Vincent will pick up an RBI. That's his second of the day.
And I don't think you can blame the second baseman for that, for the run scoring, because as you could see, a runner was going anyway, and it was just they might have had a play, but it would have been really tough, and I don't think you can put much blame on him for that run.
We will fix the inning at the end of this half inning on the scoreboard.
Oh, it's only the 4th?
Yeah, we're only the 4th. Yep.
So I looked over and I was like, oh my gosh, we're flying.
The scoreboard, they're having problems with the scoreboard here. So the batter now, Noah Hernandez. He's 1 for 1. So I looked it up on my phone. So this is from the internet, so you know it's right. But it says a quality at-bat is an at-bat with 3 pitches after 2 strikes, an at-bat with 6 or more pitches, an extra base hit, a hard hit ball, a walk, a sacrifice bunt, or a sacrifice fly. That one's going to go foul. But the reason we're talking about this is it just seems like Torrance is putting together a whole bunch of quality at-bats. I mean, what guys haven't seen at least 6 pitches up there or haven't fouled off a couple pitches after they've got 2 strikes?
Maybe it's just kind of their approach has been all the time, but I'd say that Torrance kind of got together and they talked about being patient and really digging deep in the pitch counts.
Doesn't work for him there as Noah Hernandez goes down looking, but Torrance grabs another run and leads at 4-0 as we go to the bottom half here on ETV.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
Jackson, LaFawn, and Finale are due up in this half inning for Bel-Mateo. Grant Hayes is going to continue on the mound for Torrance. And this is ripped into right center. That's going to get down for an extra base hit.
So you going to get 3?
He's going to stop at second. We saw that yesterday. It was the first hitter of the Westchester Cotto game. It was Reisenberg from Westchester, and he ripped one into left field and tried to stretch it into a triple and got thrown out. And so wisely, Jackson holds up at second, and this is really the first threat that Bel-Mateo has shown this game.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered, was that extra base hit.
So we'll see what Bel-Mateo has in the tank.
Dude, Bel-Mateo's able to put some runs on here. I think Torrance is really going to regret pulling Brendan.
And Gerard, I think they can enter him, can't
they can?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can re-enter him in the same spot of the lineup. So once you sub a guy out, you can
put him back in.
Navarro's remained in. He's playing over at second base.
Ow.
That never feels good.
Probably take him a second to get back and cover and be ready to go again. So it really does hurt. Get a ball sent right in your shin.
Ouch. So LaFawn ready to go with the 1-2 count. That's in the dirt, 2-2.
Something I noticed while I was watching the game out of the booth is these teams that are, these top four teams have done a real good job of communicating on the field. Saw a really good example of Cotto, and they were talking and moving as a team every single play, and they are, as you can see, these teams are actually a team. They're a family too, and they really know how to work with each other and do well, and that's one of the big reasons why they're where they're at.
Swing and a miss. LaFawn goes down. That's the first out of the inning. Yeah, you talk about communicating, and these teams are well coached. They make adjustments.
And they've all just learned how to play the game right and play as a team because you're stronger as a team.
Hit by pitch there. Just grazed him. So now there's runners on first and second for Jesse Martinez.
Now batting, Jesse Martinez. His favorite place to eat out, Smoke Eaters.
Into left field for a base hit. Runner's going to be held at third, and Bel-Mateo has loaded it up.
So that aggressive approach is really starting to show for Bel-Mateo. They really struggled with it early on, and But now they really are. It's working for them so far in this inning.
Bel-Mateo threatening here. They've got the bases loaded, just one out for Clark Colucci.
His favorite movie, Central Intelligence.
A strikeout here will be huge for Grant Hayes. It'll help so much to get him out of this jam. Because right now, if Bel-Mateo just gets a ground out or a fly out that's deep enough, can score a run.
Oh, if he strains that out, that's going to be down the line. At least 2 would score. That's good swing of the bat. Oh, man.
Bel-Mateo's really in Torrance's head right now.
Yeah, you can see that. The pressure's really mounting for Torrance. Spiked it.
Oof.
Now 3-1.
Yeah, right now, if I'm Torrance, I'm really regretting taking out Gerard.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision, especially that early in the game. And that one, nowhere close. I think that hit the grass.
Right now, if you're a Torrance coach, it'd be a real good time to go make a mound visit.
Yeah, he needs when he spiked the last 2 pitches.
And they're going to do just that.
So Bel-Mateo now on the board. Clark gets an RBI on the walk. And the bases remain loaded for Cubby Matera.
Cubby's favorite food is sushi.
This is a coach, I imagine he just told him to take it slow and focus and just work on pounding that zone, because it's paid off a few times, but Bel-Mateo throughout the game has been really aggressive, swinging at strikes and just a lot of ground balls and a lot of things that aren't big help. So I imagine that Torrance coach is telling him just to put it where Bel-Mateo can hit it and let your defense work.
And the defense has done a great job for Torrance today. That's outside, 2-1. And in the air to center.
Good
Hernandez has it. Throw's going to go home, but it's not going to be in time.
Maybe if a relay man gets that, you might have a chance there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think they all just kind of assumed that it was deep enough and assumed that they were going to score a run off of it instead of trying for it. Center fielder did a real good job of getting it in quick, and hustling just wasn't quite right where he needed it, and didn't have a relay man.
So 2 down now for Tino Janke. Bel-Mateo's cut the lead in half. It's now 4-2.
Batting number 45, Jaden Minahan.
Oh, we've got a pinch hitter. Jaden Minahan, the batter. One ball, 1 strike.
Not only will this ump call the outside pitches like been called all tournament, but he likes the inside pitches too.
So you just got to get it in the right level as far as high and low goes.
It's not like he does it incredibly, like it's not incredibly outside or incredibly inside, but definitely off the plate a little bit.
This is on the ground too short. Navarez has it, and he'll make that's second. He'll make the play. Bel-Mateo grabs 2 runs off of 2 hits and cuts it to 4-2 as we head to the 5th inning when we come back.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides oversized load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
Pain doesn't have to slow you down. Ditch the drugs and nasty side effects that go with them. There's a fast, safe, and proven effective non-drug option for pain relief.
AlphaSim is a handheld medical device that's FDA cleared that allows us to treat your pain, but it also allows us to treat your brain for anxiety, insomnia, and depression. It's easy to use at home and works immediately. There's no lasting side effects and no risk of addiction.
Digital cable is a classic. But if you're not enjoying more streaming video services, you're missing out. Emery Telcom has the e-fiber internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi you need for flawless video streaming from all the latest services on all your devices. Whether you want to enhance your streaming options or connect with maximum bandwidth, Emery Telcom's got a sweet plan to make everyone happy. Call or visit emerytelcom.com now to upgrade for just $10 more per month.
Fouling it off is Brendan Gerard. Oh, this is Grant Hayes, of course. He came in to replace Gerard, so he's batting in his spot. He'll take his first cuts of the day.
Torrance really needs to work and get their momentum back. Just keep their slow-paced approach and just kind of gain that grip and control of the game.
Two balls and a strike to Hayes. 3-2, actually. And that's low, ball 4. So there you go, that slow approach working again.
Our scoreboard's trying to catch up.
It's the fourth walk of the game for the Bel-Mateo pitchers. And time will be called. Back to the top of the order. So that's a pretty big walk, because you never want to walk a guy really ever, but then to walk the guy and have to go through the top of the lineup is always tough.
Are they gonna get a new pitcher here?
Yeah, I think that we are going to see a new pitcher. So
Looks like the first baseman.
that'd be Jesse Martinez. So let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. So the new pitcher on the mound for Bel-Mateo will be number 28, Jesse Martinez. And he comes into the fifth inning with a runner on and nobody out. First pitch from Martinez is low. He's got to face Vaughn Reinhardt to start things off. Hector Chavez and Andrew Naruki are on deck and in the hole respectively.
Right here, Bel-Mateo really just needs Martinez to pound the zone, make Torrance work for it if they want more base runners. So far, they've just had to be patient and get the walks, and it's really paid off for them.
This feels like a critical part of the game where Bel-Mateo finally gets on the board and cuts it in half. And if Bel-Mateo can put up a 0 on the board here on the defensive side, you continue with the momentum and have a chance to come back.
Be huge.
But Torrance obviously is trying to put the momentum back into its own corner.
Did their catcher get?
Yeah, that ball must have.
Good shot.
Must have got him.
Somebody's car alarm is going off if you can't hear that. Behind on the south field.
It's now 3-0.
Jesse not really doing what Bel-Mateo needs him to. It's good mound visit by the catcher. And
Do you know how many pitches they give him to warm up?
I don't.
I was curious. I've been meaning to ask that question to the umpires, but it's not like they really haven't been using a bullpen here. Either. I mean, I just haven't really seen teams using guys. Lots of times they come from the field, so it's hard to truly warm a guy up. So he throws 10 or less pitches and then has to come in and immediately throw strikes.
So right now he could just be getting warm like you're talking about, or just getting comfortable.
And that's ball 4. I just think it's hard on a pitcher
To get out there from nothing.
Right. So 2 walks start off things in the 5th. And now Hector Chavez will come up. He doubled his last time at the plate.
See, Torrance really good with that. Just a small ball and the patience, kind of playing traditional baseball here, and it's really paying off.
That's a called strike. I bet Chavez was instructed not to swing until a strike was thrown.
Yeah, that's probably what they've all been doing.
Because when he squared around a bunt on that first pitch, it didn't look like he was actually trying to bunt.
Just trying to get another ball in there and just throw him off his rhythm. He did a good job of timing that, calling time there, and as soon as he's about to deliver the pitch, and that could be a big part of throwing the pitcher off.
Ball 2.
Man, Torrance did a really good job of taking that punch to the mouth and not panicking and just sticking to their approach and continue working, doing a good job, and really put the pressure back on Bel-Mateo.
Yeah, that's a great point, because I think a lot of times you can come into a game with a game plan and you're executing it and things are going well, but when you start to receive some opposition, do you stick with it or do you go away from it? As Hector gets a hold of one back into right center, 1 run will come around to score. Reinhardt is going to be sent as well, and Hector Chavez with back-to-back doubles.
He's playing really well today. He waited for that good pitch and used that patience approach and got one that he liked. Was able to smash it and get in there for a 2 RBI double.
So Torrance immediately gets those 2 runs back and is still threatening. There's nobody outs with Chavez on second. Strike 1 called. And a bunt.
Good bunt there.
Naruki is going to beat it out, so he gets on with an infield bunt.
It was a good slow one, right in the dead spot, right in no man's land.
That was a perfectly executed bunt, and Naruki has the speed to beat it out. And now there's runners on the corners for Sam Cruz. Cruz is 1 for 2. And he's going to rip one into left field on a line, though, and it's caught.
Ooh.
Throw goes all the way to the first, and now a throw is going to go home, and he's safe.
What a slide!
Chavez, everything going well for Chavez in this one.
Yeah. See the catcher's frustrated with that, but that was a great slide, and I think he might have got in there.
So does that go down as a sac fly?
I guess.
The throw went all the way to first, and which really was the reason that Chavez tried to score.
Chavez kind of had a mistake there. Instead of, as soon as it was on the line, he thought it was going to get down. And so he started going instead of standing on the bag and waiting for that tag up, and was able to get back. And then luckily the throw was going to first. I think they both thought it was down. And that's why I went to first, because that runner was so far off.
Mm-hmm. So 1 out now. It's now 7-2. Gibson Turner's the batter.
Oh.
Ooh, did that hit him?
I think so.
Hit the umpire at third.
So what are the pads for?
I don't think those guys wear pads.
He's not?
Do they? Do the third and first base umpires wear pads?
It kind of looks like he is, but then it looks like the second.
Oh, we've got a full crew for this game.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's not.
I don't think he is.
Yeah. Ugh.
Ouch. Yeah, I think they only wear pads when they're doing the plate. Gibson Turner.
Torrance is really being aggressive now.
I know. I was just gonna say I don't think Turner got the patient approach memo.
He's definitely going out swinging.
Fouls that one off.
Feels like he's gonna swing until he misses one or gets one in the field. Now, if you're Jesse Martinez right here, this is really where you throw some junk, because it's proven he's swinging and it's an 0-2 count.
Even that pitch was well inside.
Yeah, I'd give him the crappiest throw I have and let him totally miss on it. Little shrug.
This is in the air into right field. And a long run, but the catch made by Fahey.
So yeah, he didn't. There wasn't a single pitch that he watched that he didn't swing at.
He wanted to hit the ball.
Definitely not the patience.
And this guy's been nothing but patient. Derek Erold, he's walked twice and scored twice. And he'll watch a first pitch strike.
Oh.
Runner's going to go, and Jessup's going to slip.
Is his gear undone? Or just loose?
Is that what happened? It got caught up?
That's what it looked like, but... Been a lot of slips and falls. 2 is a lot for a game.
And now it's strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now he's got to be a little more aggressive. Be able to battle and defend home plate.
or just hit one into right field for a base hit. Rounding third is Naruki, and now slamming on the brakes. So Derek Arnold puts together another good at-bat.
Torrance has done a good job of really just keeping their composure and really regaining their control.
This is Navarro.
Ooh.
You wait long enough, they're going to throw it over there. And now the throw is going to go home, but
He
the
missed
tag.
him? Did you think he did?
If he tagged him, he.
Yeah, no, he definitely missed him.
Yeah, I didn't think he. Let's take another look. I didn't think he tagged him. I thought he missed him.
See, he comes up with the glove after. Yeah, it didn't look like it.
They're going to meet on the mound. Or the umpires are going to get together. Did you see a tag?
No,
I didn't see a tag. Did you see a tag? I don't know. And safe. That was a pretty short meeting. I think it was pretty conclusive.
Yeah, they're all like, yeah, he's safe.
But I appreciate them getting together and getting it right, because obviously we're in the late stages of this tournament. You want to make sure you make the call, the right call.
That could be a game-changing run right there. That can determine the outcome. Because we've seen Bel-Mateo's really fighting back and not giving up.
So the out will be made 5-3. Torrance grabs 4 runs and leads it 8-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on ETV.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care? Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
So Hayden, as we head to the bottom of this 5th, you've been preaching this whole game, but do you think Bel-Mateo is going to change up its approach, or do you think it'll remain aggressive?
No, I think they're gonna stay aggressive. They've really continued with it 5 innings through, and unless they've noticed it like I have, they might. But I put my money on they keep staying aggressive and just pray it works out.
We will see a new pinch hitter for Bel-Mateo. Number 50, George Campos, is now in the game. And this is a new pitcher for Torrance. I think it's Naruki. So Andrew Naruki has been called upon to at least pitch the 5th. He might be asked to close out the game. And he gets a ground ball, but it's going to roll all the way into the outfield.
Be a tough play for someone to cover first, but that first baseman definitely should have went after that. He was close enough that he probably had the best shot to get it.
Yeah, that was a long run for Navarro at second.
He almost came up with it too.
He did. So leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 5th. Got a new catcher behind the plate as well. '62 is Isaiah Narez.
Good spot there.
That hit him. It hit something. I was waiting to see if it hit him or the bat.
I guess they're going to call him.
So now Curtis Lee's going to come up with runners on first and second.
Maybe they have changed their approach. They seem a little more patient than they were at the beginning of the game. So far, it's working out.
Yeah, this is not what a position you want to be if you're Torrance. With 2 runners on, nobody out, and the top of the lineup coming up.
Bel-Mateo really isn't backing down. Both teams have done very well putting runners on the base, and the momentum switch has been insane.
One and one now to Curtis Lee. He's 0 for 2 in this game, but he's been a really solid hitter for Bel-Mateo throughout this tournament. That one gets away from Naruki. Throw's going to go to third. And he's called safe.
I don't know about that one.
Good throw by Narez.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Umpire crew getting it done again. Man, they're solid.
Called strike. 2 and 2 now. That's in the dirt, ball 3. Full count to Curtis Lee. And that's ball 4. All right, things are getting interesting here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
The pitching changes really haven't worked in Torrance's favor. Both times it's given him a minute to get comfortable.
Coming up to bat, Riley Jackson.
Riley Jackson will come up. He's 1 for 1 with a double.
Right now Riley's in a big position and can really get something done here and keep Bel-Mateo in this game and cut to Torrance's lead by a significant amount with a base hit here, especially with 2 outs.
Called strike, 1-1 now.
Oh, that was good. Yes, but did you see the movement on that ball?
Yeah, there was a lot. It really fell off the table.
I don't know if he stays the next inning, and maybe he should try it a little earlier.
Well, Naruki, he's pitched several times in this tournament. He's done a good job for Torrance. I think he just needs to get settled up on the mound. That slow roller. See, it's those plays that can really change an inning if the leadoff hitter gets out. Maybe it helps him settle in. Outside now, 3-2.
He's missed twice with it, but that breaking ball is nice, and I think you might need to use it a little more. Just because you barely miss your spot doesn't mean.
He went back to it, but it's in the dirt. So another run comes home. Jackson picks up an RBI. And it's now 8-3.
Torrance is in a really bad position here.
Yeah, they're still searching for their first out of the inning. Strike called to Nick Lafon.
Bel-Mateo's kind of changed their approach from the aggressive and went to the patience a little more and proved me wrong, and it's working out for them right now. They're in a really good position.
The batter, number 25, Nicholas Lafon, playing center field.
Lafon 0 for 2 today. And he's up with a big spot. It's 2-1. That was interesting. Did you see Narez behind the plate yelling at the coach? He turned over to the dugout and said something. That's 3-1 now.
I wonder if he's telling him to get out there.
He's like, he doesn't have it. I don't know. Naruki's really having a hard time consistently locating.
I think Naruki started out earlier in the game when Bel-Mateo was a little more aggressive. That curveball would be working real nice and
that's
really
now back-to-back walks.
Yeah, definitely make pitching change here. I'd probably do. That's probably what my move would be.
Yeah, you don't want to let this one get away with you. Torrance has really controlled the game thus far, but up by 4 with the bases loaded and nobody out. It's a tough spot. So we are going to get a new pitcher. It's going to be number 9, Derek Arold. And we'll take a quick break and be right back.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
I need to apologize. It was Skylar Vincent on the mound to start off this inning for Torrance. It was not Naruki, it was Vincent. So either way, it's a pitching change now. Derek Arold, the lefty, will come up. And again, in a tough spot. His team is leading 8-4, but the bases are loaded and there's nobody out.
Got the tying run on at bat right now.
This is should be Jesse Martinez, but it doesn't look like Jesse Martinez. 18, nope. 18 is
Finale.
Oh, it is Finale. I skipped one in my order. Fouls one back, 1 and 2.
So please help us get those foul balls. We would greatly appreciate it.
See, a hit here could be huge for Finale and Bel-Mateo. Chop Torrance's lead right in half, because if it's in the outfield, there might be 2 scored.
Called strike 3. Finale didn't like it. Let's take another look.
Light side, little outside.
It's pretty outside even for our tournament standards. But that will be the first out of the inning. And now it's Jesse Martinez.
The batter, Jesse Martinez.
So Arold might have got the benefit of a call there.
He's gonna need another one because that was it's a big out, but he's not out of the woods yet. If he can get one more strikeout, it'd be huge. Because then all he needs is a ground ball.
called strike 1-1. Yes. Even if Martinez can hit one in the outfield, you probably score one. Fouled off, 1-2. And just got a piece of it.
Barely battling.
That
He's doing
was-
a good job.
That was a nice curveball by Harold. Ripped and caught. Oh, it went on the ground. Either way, it's going to be a double play.
That was nice.
Did you see that hit the ground?
I didn't. I think he might have caught.
I want to see that again. Let's
Hector Chavez, what a play.
Hector Chavez gets him out of the inning.
I don't think he did.
I think he caught that cleanly. Anyway, they ended up getting 2 outs. Either way, so Bel-Mateo grabs 2 but leaves the bases loaded on the line-out double play, and we'll be right back.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides oversized load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
Pain doesn't have to slow you down. Ditch the drugs and nasty side effects that go with them. There's a fast, safe, and proven effective non-drug option for pain relief.
AlphaSim is a handheld medical device that's FDA cleared that allows us to treat your pain, but it also allows us to treat your brain for anxiety, insomnia, and depression. It's easy to use at home and works immediately. There's no lasting side effects and no risk of addiction.
Nick Lafon will be the new pitcher for Bel-Mateo, and I'm still trying to get my head around on that double play. That was a huge play for Torrance and keeping Bel-Mateo at bay for the moment. The batter for Torrance will be Skylar Vinson.
Nice pitch there.
Just still thinking back to that inning. Both the runs came home with a walk, right?
I think so.
So if you're Bel-Mateo, you had bases loaded. As this one's hit into left center, that's going to get down. So Vincent comes through.
A little blooper.
It's a good response by him because he was the one that struggled on the mound for Torrance.
Has to feel good.
Right. So you have bases loaded, nobody out. You walk 2 runners home, so there's still nobody out. And then you get a strikeout and a line out into a double play, and that's it. I mean, you're sitting there thinking, I represent the tie and run. I'm hoping to get at least a couple more.
And you can catch that tough break. It's like it was ripped pretty good. It was like one of those hits, or just right to the fielder and ended up biting Bel-Mateo and had a tough break.
Here's Isaiah Narez. And that play will be made at second. Picked off. And then thrown 3-4.
Looks like he slid a little late.
Felt bad, man. You think he got under this?
No, I don't know. I think if he would have slid a little earlier, he definitely would have. But he made it close because they kind of had him hosed.
Yeah, they did. So 1 down now. I'm not sure what the Bel-Mateo coach would be talking about.
Maybe he's asking if his player's okay.
Oh, he came to check on his player. I thought he was talking to the umpire.
He might have been. But it's like Torrance kid slid right into him.
So that erases the single. A swing and a miss, now 1-2.
I think for Torrance, even if you can't end up getting a run here, the big thing you could do is just try to drag out the inning and kind of take away from Bel-Mateo's momentum they gained last inning.
That'd be a 3-4-3 ground out. Off the first baseman over to second, and then over to first for the out.
Now batting, Brendan Gerard.
Brendan Gerard has re-entered. And he'll hit one into left center. That's going to get down. And he's going to round first and slam on the brakes.
Nice little hit there. Right in the gap. Just kind of a little blooper.
Yeah, he's had a nice game, Gerard has. He's pitched really well. Breezed through the first couple innings until they pulled him, and you and I are still kind of scratching our heads on that decision. This one's hit into right field. Fahey is under it, and the play will be made.
Torrance and Bel-Mateo kind of switch approaches. You see right there, Torrance was aggressive and swinging at first pitches, and Bel-Mateo's really done a good job of changing and slowing the game down and being able just to be patient.
Colucci, Gematera, and Janke are due up for us in the bottom of the 6th, and we will meet you there on the other side of this commercial break.
Digital cable is a classic, but if you're not enjoying more streaming video services, you're missing out. Emory Telcom has the e-fiber internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi you need for flawless video streaming from all the latest services on all your devices. Whether you want to enhance your streaming options or connect with maximum bandwidth, Emory Telcom's got a sweet plan to make everyone happy. Call or visit emerytelcom.com now to upgrade for just $10 more per month.
So now Andrew Naruki will get a chance on the mound for Torrance. And he'll face Clark Galugi to start things off.
Clark Galugi is your batter.
Galugi is 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI.
And he really needs to pound the zone here. Torrance needs every run they can get because no lead is safe in the game of baseball. And
into left field.
was ripped, but
I believe that's Reinhardt out there. So he moved from catcher into left. So quick one out here. Yeah, with a 4-run lead, you really want to pound the zone and get outs.
and as of the moment, it looks like Torrance is in the lead for playing another game tonight, and so they need all the pitchers they can get. They've done a good job of pulling them before they've gone too high, but
in a center field, Hernandez is there. There's quickly 2 down.
they need to save as many pitches as they possibly can. Still got a lot of games to play if you win this one.
Yeah, you're trying to win 4 games in 2 days. And so you would preferably like to win today and tonight and have as many pitchers possible available for tomorrow.
It's also what makes it so hard for the team from the losers bracket to win the tournament, because the number 1 seeds got all the rest, and they just get to save their pitches, and the team in the losers bracket really has to work, and they use up a lot of their pitchers in their pitch count, and it's really incredible when that actually happens. It's nothing shy of a miracle.
Now 3-0 count to Jaden. And he'll walk. George Campos will now come up to the plate.
Number 50.
First pitch misses outside. Now it's 2-1. Naruki sitting at 10 pitches. And that curveball was low, 3-1.
And he's just really struggling finding the zone here. Even if it isn't the greatest pitch, I think right now it's be more important to hit your zone, get in the strike zone, than throw a great pitch that's hard to hit. Torrance's defense and their fielders have been outstanding today.
3-2 pitch is lined into right field. Rounding second is Jaden, and he'll go first to third.
So now while Bel-Mateo has runners in the corner, still isn't a whole lot of pressure on Torrance, and our pitcher really needs to recognize that and recognize that he can just calm down, and all he needs is a ground ball or pop fly and be able to get out of the inning without any damage done.
And McDougal's going to come into pinch hit with 2 down. Inside ball or inside strike 1. Slowly hit, and it'll be the third baseman coming over to make the play.
That was controversial that the shortstop could have got that, but as a team, you're taught that if the third baseman can get it, he gets it all day because his momentum's going towards first, and that was the correct play, and they did a good job executing it.
Bel-Mateo threatens in the bottom of the 6th, but comes up empty. We'll head to the final inning. Torrance on top, 8-4.
When picking the right orthodontist, there are many things to consider. Is it affordable? Are there payment plans? And do they specialize in children orthodontic care? Castle Valley Orthodontics has interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Specializing in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models, Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
At Auto Farm Price Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The best deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle is at Auto Farm. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Find all the great deals and all their inventory online at PriceChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it happen for you.
Hector Chavez, Naruki, and Cruz do up 1, 2, 3 in the 7th, and Chavez is going to fly out to left.
Might have been a fly, but that shows Hector Chavez has some pop in his bat, and he's shown that all game, and he's playing real great, and been able to drive some balls real deep.
Andrew Naruki now the batter. He's 1 for 3. He bunted his way aboard last time up. On the ground to third. And the throw pulls Andrew Martinez rather off the bag. So that'll be a throwing error, E5. This has just been not the cleanest game for Bel-Mateo.
We've had a few errors that have cost some big runs, and it's kind of almost done most of the damage today.
Cruz gets it into left center.
It's a nice little poke there from Cruz.
Cruz continues his good tournament. He's 2 for 4 today with an RBI. Actually, he's 2 for 3 with a sac fly and an RBI.
Turner is the batter.
Gibson Turner will watch the first pitch miss. Turner looking for his first hit of the game. And he pokes it into center. It gets over the glove of the center fielder. And that's going to score a couple. He's going to head to third.
It's big.
As soon as it got over the center fielder's glove, there was nobody behind him.
I can't tell if he just played that wrong or if it was just too deep to get.
We can take another look at it. Maybe. Here's another look. First hit of the game. It's just a pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's just too hard to get.
Pretty well hit ball.
Made a good effort of making that jump play.
On the right side, that'll score a run. So Errol comes in and picks up an RBI on the 4-3 ground out. Now, hitting, you're clearly a baseball guy. So if a guy hits it in the outfield and brings home a run, it's a sac fly. It doesn't count negatively for the batting average. But if a guy hits a grounder and a guy comes home and scores, it still does, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what's up with that?
I have no idea.
It's kind of a rough go.
I guess it's just kind of a thing that baseball players try to avoid, is hitting ground balls and try to keep it in the air and get in the field, and maybe that's what they're blind there, is try to get in the air and try to get deep enough to get a sac fly.
That's strike 2.
Good pitch, but good take. If I'm Navarro, I don't really want to swing at that and hit that one either. I'd rather go into a 1-2 count and look for a better pitch.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Navarro fouls one off.
Good battle there.
To short, Curtis Lee has it, and he will make the play. Torrance adds to its lead, scores 3, and will take an 11-4 advantage as we head to the final frame, rather.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
They'll be the top of the order for Bel-Mateo as they try to mount a comeback. Curtis Lee, Riley Jackson, and Nick LaFawn. Naruki continues on the mound for Torrance, and the first pitch looked just about like that one. It's 2-0.
It's possible, but Bel-Mateo's got a tall task ahead of them and just try to score 7 runs just to keep the game alive and keep the tournament alive. Sorry.
Naruki out there, he does not look like a guy that has a 7-run cushion. He's going well away from Curtis. You would think with 7 runs, you would just attack a hitter and say, you know what, if you put it in play and get on.
Oh well.
Oh well. I'll attack the next guy.
Doesn't look comfortable at all.
And he looked good in his warm-ups. So it's a 4-pitch walk. Riley Jackson will now come to the plate. That pitch misses low.
She's tough for Torrance because you can't put Naruki in a better position right now. He's sitting good, and all he needs to do is just, like you said, go after the batter and just put it in the zone. And doesn't have much to lose. But he can't seem to find the zone.
He pitched a scoreless 6th.
There you go. Hopefully that'll be the breakthrough one.
2 balls and a strike. That's outside, ball 3. On the ground and foul down the first base line. It'll be 3-2. Slapped. And watch out, the umpire had to dodge that one. You probably missed that, but he had both feet in the air.
Oh. Jumping like a track. Like a hurdler.
Yeah. Well, he actually looked like he was doing the high jump because his feet kicked out. That's going to be hit on a line into right field. Throw goes into second. Not in time. Riley Jackson with a single.
Just good heads up by the outfielder. He got that in quick. Did what he needed to do as soon as it came to him. He knew where he had to go with it and got it in fast.
Jackson's had a perfect day at the plate. He's 2 for 2 now. He's got an RBI. He's been hit once and walked once.
This is exactly who Bel-Mateo wants to get their comeback started. Having a great game, like you said.
Now it's Nick LaFawn. Everyone will advance.
It seems as the pressure of closing out the game is coming. It's getting to Naruki, and like we said, he just needs to sit back and get comfortable and just keep going after the hitter and just find that zone.
Curveball is dribbled to Harold, and that doesn't look good. LaFawn is limping. You hope he's okay. He'll pick up an RBI on the ground out.
It's a tough one.
It's now 11-5.
The batter, number 18, Finale.
Finale will now dig in on the left side. Curveball misses low, ball one. Now it's ball two. Strike in there.
Maybe in this situation might not be what most people do, but what I'm kind of seeing is might be a good idea for Finale to try to push, see how confident he is in his bunting skills, and doesn't. Why would you bunt when you can do that?
Yeah. Throw's gonna go to first, and they nearly got him. They said that the throw brought Harold off the bag. Let's take another look. It's just a little high, yep.
It was a good try by the right fielder.
That was a good poke also by Finale, who picks up an RBI. That's going to be fouled off. Just one out. It's now 11-6.
Number 28, Martinez.
And Jesse Martinez will be the batter. Down the third baseline and fair. Martinez is going to have to hold at first. Good job by Reinert to run down the ball.
Bel-Mateo's doing a real good job of staying alive and not backing down. Seems like they've felt the need to start scoring some runs, and they've realized that this might be the last inning of their tournament, and they really need to get something going here.
And a balk called. You see anything here?
I don't. I don't see anything.
I didn't see anything either. First pitch is low.
Yeah, it's like Bel-Mateo's kind of understanding the urgency of the situation and doing a good job of following that.
So 2-0 to Clark Colucci.
Torrance is in a really tough spot because Colucci isn't doing so hot, Naruki isn't doing so hot, and it'd be tough to put in a new pitcher because then he has to really get comfortable in this last inning, and it just really puts Torrance in a tough spot to close this game out.
3-0 pitch lands in there for a strike. And you're still in a position where you just need to put the ball over the plate. That will be ball 4, and now the bases are loaded.
Coming up to bat,
you might see a pitching change. He's at 44 pitches, Naruki is. So any more today, and he won't be available tomorrow if Torrance gets there. So Naruki will head back out to right field. And we will have a pitching change. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
We have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
With made-to-go deli items, including its world-famous pizza, locally owned and operated BK Stop and Shop in Huntington serves the community with a smile. BK's has long been a gathering place for locals and travelers alike, offering the most basic of snacks to a delicious plate of shrimp. Fill up your vehicle with at least 10 gallons of Sinclair fuel and get a stamp on BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's also offers a catering service for your company party or town festival. BK's is located at 506 Main Street in Huntington.
It will be Aiden the Annihilator who's called on to close this one out. Cubby's at the plate. He represents the potential 10th run for Bel-Mateo. So still in a good spot is Torrance, as the tying run remains in the on-deck circle. Strike one.
The Annihilator's doing exactly what we're talking about. He's just pounding the zone and going at him and telling him, if you want to win this game, you got to go through me. And putting his best against their best and making him hit the ball.
On the ground to short. Chavez over to second for one. On to first. Not in time. But Torrance happy to exchange a run for an out.
Just right now with this big of a lead, anything. It's a big help. Anything. You'll give up anything for another out. Especially if it's just a one run.
Eleven to 7 now.
Oh.
That's outside. This is Jaden. And now the count even to Minahan. 1-1. Two down now in the inning. Torrance looking for a spot to play against Cotto later today. Now 1-2. And Bel-Mateo down to its final strike.
Annihilator's done a really good job of coming in and closing this game and just doing exactly what Naruki needed to do. wasn't able to, and now he's got Bel-Mateo down to the last strike.
That's high. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And the pitch swung on and missed. And that will do it. Torrance continues. And we'll say goodbye to Bel-Mateo. They played an excellent tournament, but came up short in this one.
Good job battling back, and just wasn't able to quite rally the comeback and stay in the tournament.
Let's move right into the Casa Valley Orthodontics post-game show. And we certainly appreciate those at Casa Valley Orthodontics. This was an excellent game, and really it came down to, with an 11-7 score, it just came down to a few mistakes that Bel-Mateo made, and Torrance capitalized.
Definitely, there's a lot of base hits and a lot of little errors that cost Bel-Mateo the game, and just came down to little fundamentals, and it was fun to watch with the high-scoring, close game.
Yeah, you look at the scoreboard, Torrance got 3 runs in the second, and then the rest of the game, when Torrance scored, Bel-Mateo immediately came back and answered. And so it really came down to that second inning, which a lot of those runs came via the error. And so when you get this far in a tournament, we talked about it before the game, you got to play clean baseball because the other guy is definitely going to capitalize, and that's what Torrance did, and they've earned their spot to play Cotto later today.
They did a very good job doing little things and capitalizing and putting the bat on the play, and putting the bat on the ball. And just well played game.
Let's move on to the Tram Electric player of the game, and you and I talked about it, Hayden. We're going to go with number 15, Hector Chavez, who just had an excellent day. Not only in the field, but at the plate. He went 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs, and those doubles really were really the catalyst that kept Torrance going.
It's kind of just the emphasis on Torrance's offense, those doubles that really just pushed along a lot of runs, and Chavez was really good in the field too. He didn't have any errors and did a really good job and knowing where the ball needed to go and getting it there.
Yeah, it was an excellent game from both these teams, and again, Torrance winners here 11-7. Let's look at that tournament bracket one last time before we head out of here. Torrance moves on to play Cotto later today at 5 p.m. and the winner will play Westchester tomorrow for the championship game. It's been a heck of a tournament for Bel-Mateo. We want to wish them well and safe travels back to California. Any final thoughts, Hayden?
Just a good game, exciting and fun to watch.
Yeah, for those listening, be sure to order DVDs, especially the Bel-Mateo fans, and catch their great games. They had an excellent tournament again. So we appreciate you joining us. And for Hayden Christiansen, I'm Dylan Smith. We'll be back at 5 o'clock for the Cotto Torrance game. So we'll see you then.